This OBS. OBS is definitely a disappointing system here because it just seems that every single time the mics aren't working. How many times we've been doing this? Okay, it wants to work after I click on to do something, then it starts working. It's not working automatically, which it should. But when I go to make changes, it starts working. You just opening up the dialog window, then the mic starts to work, right? It's just ridiculous. OBS really has some issues. Anywho, as I was saying as we started talking in this broadcast, is that TikTok has a very specific demographic. It's not for all types of businesses. But many businesses, even though your typical demographic is not the same for TikTok or as TikTok, maybe a product or two are, So therefore, it behooves you to to leverage TikTok if you have a product or two that seems to be well suited for that demographic. Let me make some more adjustments here because with this OBS, it's OBS. That's right. And we're still having some issues here, so let me just make some adjustments as I can. Unfortunately, so sorry for that interruptions. They're very, what I would call unprofessional otherwise. Anyway, so let's get into that. Now, we're using Feedly today. We found a wonderful article at socialmediaexaminer.com. 4 ways to use TikTok for business. And so we're going to talk about the things presented. 4 ways. I'm going to add my 2 cents, really like 4 cents worth in this video, and so let's get to it. Okay, and we're on the screen now, as you can see. The website Social Media Examiner, your guide to the social media jungle, I presume. It is a very good option for you guys. If you're interested in social media, how to leverage what you're doing business-wise or social-wise, anyhow, online, you might want to look into this website. This article by Molly Broody, and sorry if I destroy your name, February 18th, 2020. Now, it's 4 ways to use TikTok for business. And first of all, you have to determine if your audience is here. The platform consists of 15 through 60-second user recorded videos. Again, it's dealing with the ages between 16 and 24. 15-second and 60-second user recorded video. So this is all, I already surpassed that. So, I start talking. I surpassed that in silent time while I'm trying to figure out why the mic isn't working, right? So TikTok is definitely not something for me. It just doesn't work for me. I'm unable to produce for TikTok. Obviously, a person like myself, I would have to use it to upload edited video, which also I just don't have the time for. And of late, we're starting, after I get settled with the latest move that we've made, I'm going to get back into my movie making phase. And, it's bad enough that I'm using regimented order in trying to put this movie together, my first. And that's a new thing for me to do. So again, TikTok with its 15 to 60 second, these are basically just small commercials, and I really I'll find it very difficult, obviously, to be non-commercial, because that's the trick here with TikTok, is to have appealing content for 16 to 24-year-olds. And that's the thing. Now, again, either you have a product or service that's your demographic, that's the market, those are your buyers, or you have a single product that is something amenable to this group, then that's something you need to look at and consider in your marketing. Let me set up the chat here if anyone's trying to chat with me. They can. All right, and so first of all, so that's what you have to think about. Is your audience, is your product, is your service, is your message um, uh, amenable and appealing to 16 and 24-year-olds? It's not just that you think they are, that you think that it is. And it's not also not sufficient that you want it to be. It has to be that it is something appealing to 16 and through 24-year-olds. This is something you have to also consider. A lot of people spend a lot of time trying to market to segments or in fashions, or market with marketing messages that are just simply not appealing. So either your segment, the audience that you're addressing, is not doesn't find the product or service or message appealing, or the product itself is not reaching appealing to the audience, right? So I hope I didn't double up on the concept there, because you know what I'm trying to say. It's just that there's things happening around here that are distracting. But if I would stop and attend every single thing, I wouldn't be doing any videos. So in any case, but if you think TikTok is just for fad or Generation Z, think again. It's what this author, this writer, is writing and telling us. It says that it's evolved from a video creation app solely meant for users to express their creativity to a marketing advertising haven. But again, that's opinionated. I mean, these 16 and 24-year-olds aren't on the platform to get advertised to, okay, to get marketed to. So obviously, yeah, again, it's what it is. What is TikTok? It is simply video creation, 16 to 60-second messages. Used strategically, you can go far, especially if this is your demographic. This picture that you see here, are these your customers? Is your product, your service, your message? Is this of this is typical of the people that will engage what you are saying, or have engaged, or have you tested? Before doing anything on TikTok, have you tested and know for sure that your product, service, or message is something that's appealing and wanted by the demographic that you see in this graphic? So this is the first question you have to answer yes in the affirmative. If you really can't say, then maybe TikTok isn't for you, and maybe not yet. Okay. Again, while we go through this video, you can determine more for yourself if in fact this is something that you really want to have, or to approach in terms of your marketing. So the first strategy is to create your own content. That means to get on, or have your people, you have staffers, you can hire kids, 16 to 24-year-olds, 15 to 24-year-olds, to actually do some work. You pay them for every video, you give them a little something, and they'll create little videos that other kids, other teenagers, and up through 24-year-old, the demographic will engage And the thing is to have something that's appealing. People in social media like to talk about viral things going viral. It's getting shared and liked by many people. And that's what you really want to see. You want to have just outlay as little money as you can, have these young people create content, and that includes or features or revolves around or points towards or it just involves in one way or another your product, service, etc., etc. So it says to be authentic and to use two magic ingredients. These ingredients lead to TikTok content going viral, and they are pets, which has long been in social media a one of the big eye-catching type of posts, even on Facebook and on other social platforms. I mean, you put up things about dogs and cats and other animals, but mostly dogs and cats. Um, People like that. And people just look at that and whatnot. And then you have also pictures of children. If you've been around on Facebook long enough, you know that pictures of children is something that everybody likes. It's also safe content. It's something they can look at that makes them happy. They see children being happy, playing, and whatnot. It brings good feelings in general. So anything that you can associate your product, your service can get associated with either pets or children. It's an automatic open door for whatever it is that you are having. And here's my pet for this video. Hey, you see that? A business broker. You can become a business broker. You see? So I'm trying to tie it in. Of course, it's not working, but you get the idea. Find a way to have a pet, an animal, or a child in some aspect or some part of your product or business. Again, this is for products, businesses, services that are related and somehow. So it doesn't strain the user and say, oh, this is just an ad. This is you don't want to be so blatant, okay, about it. And this is again in creating your own content. You have also um, the demographic of TikTok is more looking at things that are humorous and that provide entertainment. So that's also something that you want to, when you're hiring a kid, a 15 to 24-year-old, you want to make sure that they're able to produce, this type of content. So if you have an established business, maybe you have a young person in your family, so you can hire them. You can have them do some content for you in a certain way, obviously that ties in the product or service or message that you're trying to have go through this platform. Okay, so, and remember, it says that it's not, it says, remember, TikTok isn't the place for squeaky clean first impressions or fake smiles. It's a place for authentic entertainment, humor, and fun. So basically, when you're hiring a person to do this, or getting your family member to do this for you, you have these are the guidelines. This is the stuff you got to learn TikTok, see what other people posting, create some things that are like that, that you can include XYZ. Then it says to add your own spin, of course, and that spin is what ties in what would be a normal, funny, humorous, or entertaining TikTok 15 to 60-second video, and turn and tie it into your product or your business. So that is the spin that you want to add. Of course, you'll have to teach the young person how to add that spin. They're not necessarily, with it in terms of marketing and the needs of marketing. And adding a spin is very easy to do. It's not hard to do that. Is simply, we'll take the example of, let's say you were selling T-shirts. You have a nice T-shirt design. You got the nice wording there that is something that is appealing to the demographic, as we discussed, 15 to 24-year-old. Well, then you can have the person creating the content for you to actually wear it, or hey, put a small T-shirt on a dog. I know there's you go to Zazzle and some of the other T-shirt makers, and they will make and print your artwork on a shirt for a dog. Okay, and you have a dog, you put that thing on them, and they're advertised for you. Make these TikTok videos. Have your kids make it. The young adult who can use this platform, and have them create. Maybe that the dog does certain tricks, certain things. Have them do the tricks and certain things in the T-shirt. You understand? That's the beauty of it, because they're looking at it, and they're looking at the dog doing its tricks and whatnot, the cat being finicky or whatever it does, but they see the T-shirt as well. So, oh, that's a nice T-shirt, and they want to look more into it. Okay, so this is how you start building interest in this case, a T-shirt, a product, and you incorporate it into the content that you're creating in on TikTok. So that is what you want to look into. If you are, some people use TikTok um, as a together with, let's say, like affiliate marketing. It's not your own product. It's not your own business. You are marketing someone else's products, such as in affiliate marketing. Well, in that instance, then again, same process. You want to be able to create engaging 15 to 60-second video creations that somehow, in some manner, tie in those affiliate products or services, even branding, into the video. If you have your own business, you want to brand, you want people to recognize your brand. And so, again, you want to have your brand someplace or every place around. There's a whole lot of companies online, by the way, that you can go and purchase different things like cups and have them imprinted T-shirts, mouse pads, phone covers, protectors. What else is there? Book covers, baby. Baby aprons, and even pet clothing and accessories. And all these things will come with a brand, with your brand on it. You send them the logo, the artwork, whatnot. And you can literally fill up a room full of these branded items and let the dog run amok or whatever. The whole point is, what is your purpose for these videos? What is your purpose in utilizing TikTok? Is it so people recognize the brand names? And you want to do something like that. You want to just have the brand name imprinted on everything, and then get the young person to go and make little funny shows or talk little jokes here and there. But funny thing, show your desk and show the mouse and all that, swing it around so that people can see the different in the mugs, the cups, right? And they see the different the brand that you are promoting, and that's it. And people start seeing this branding, and as they follow and keep watching these videos as they're produced, the branding comes in, it starts becoming familiar with them. And so this is a very good optical marketing that will produce results. If branding is one of the techniques that you are geared towards. In this article, it shows you how to create the first video, so it's a great help for anyone who really doesn't know about TikTok or how to create videos using your mobile phone. This is a great introduction to it. You can add music and effects to it as well. And again, if the young person doesn't know how to use TikTok yet, this is a good primer for them, so you can point them to this article here at, again, socialmediaexaminer.com. So you guys can look at that. And you can add songs and you can make a lot of different effects on that and really just make the video interesting for people to see and to engage and to share it, right? You have to share your video. You have to you put a description for your video, add hashtags, add it your friends to it so they can get that notification. You can add links, and the links can be towards your website, your business website, the product itself website, things like that, blog page, etc., etc. You decide who can see the video and then save the video to an album. So that's you can also share the video to WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook. So this TikTok integrates with some of your top social media platforms. So actually, you can kill literally. You're killing three birds or four birds with one stone by focusing on TikTok, and it's creating good content for you. Okay, so it's like saying that you should start with TikTok because you can create these nice videos that everyone, even on Facebook, on Instagram, on WhatsApp, would like to see and engages them. So I think it's a powerful way of reaching this demographic, creating this content for, especially for this demographic, and having its integration with this demographic throughout a very powerful social platforms like Instagram, right? Which is arguably just as powerful, if not more so, than Facebook, especially for this demographic. Okay, so you guys can look at that now. The second strategy is to curate and share user generated content on TikTok. Now, this was used to great effect by Nike. And what Nike did is that they went around TikTok and they found other users who made videos and graphics of themselves wearing Nike shoes. You see, so they took all these pictures and they incorporated that, and um, you know, they curated it and shared it on their page. So that's how they. So these are just other people. They're popular pictures that people are sharing them, liking them, this and that. And all Nike did was to curate them. Other people made it, but they curated it and started sharing them. And it was an easy way for them to use other people's content on this platform to promote continually promoting their own business. So if you have also your product, service, your message has the benefit of having other people already sharing and creating content around that product, service, or even the message, because it doesn't have to be the product in particular, but also the message. I don't know if you're understanding what I mean by message. What I mean by message is, let's say you have your health product that would attract young people like that. I won't get into specific ones, but you can guess what they are. And you see other people posting about being safe, or living happy and reducing, and just feeling that everything's going well, well-being, right? And other things is that they're not particular products. These are not particular services. This is just like feelings and hopes and wishes. You see, so it's like a positive message. And again, you can use this message if your business or product or service also has that as a benefit. And so that's a way of incorporating that type of content that other people have made and to bring it in. It's not as good as Nike with people having the sneaker on, right, with their shoes on. But sometimes you can find that. Sometimes you'll find something that says, um, that has something that is very related to your product. It's, the thing is to look for it and to search it. So you can find that, that'll be fine. And it's possible, depending on the type of content, it is possible, although you can share, I don't know if you can modify, but you have to look into that if you can. If you're able to take something that is modifiable, that is not copyrighted, in other words, it wasn't just, you have to be careful. So again, I don't want to tell you guys to start doing something without you guys doing the homework. This is something you have to do homework on. But if something is can be used or refashioned, or gives you the idea, just use it to give yourself an idea. Wow, if I can get a picture, let's say of Mount Rushmore, I'm just making this stuff up in my head. Someone made a video of Mount Rushmore, that, hey, that'll be a great idea to have my, let's just say, sneakers or my T-shirt right there, right there under Mountain Rushmore or something like that, and have this nice little slogan. I mean, that gives you an idea that you can go out and create. You don't have to be a genius for this stuff. You have to look, see what people are sharing, what's popular, and fashion that to again provide a platform, a vehicle for your business and for your service or whatever it is that you're promoting to use to ride with. And so that's very smart use. Again, they have the article here about Nike. You guys can read that at socialmediaexaminer.com. The third way is to advertise directly. You have a budget, and it says that there are 4 ways TikTok allows you to pay for ads. You can look through these different ways of advertising for directly, so that basically you are advertising a product is very clear. I want you to take a look at that. You'll see things like this on Instagram as well. Okay, and so you'll see how certain users, they build up their followers and then they begin to introduce certain products or endorse certain products. This is another way for you to you can pay for advertising uh, through TikTok. But another way to do the same thing, more or less, is to find users who are already promoting certain niches and or products. So when you see, let's say this user, she's doing something here. I'm not reading it. It looks like glitter. It adds glitter to the hair. So that's what this user is promoting. And assuming it's not a brand or anything, it's just an individual user has a nice following. Something she likes is this glitter thing in the hair. She does that a lot. Maybe you have some other type of beauty related product, and what you can do is that you go approach this person, send them a message, and ask them. I promote XYZ product. It's a beauty product. It's like this and that, all natural, all the benefits. I'm looking for a opportunity, if you would announce this for me to your followers, and how much would you charge for that? And you'll get some. Most times they will tell you a price because they'll do that for you. They will give you different options. They will say, okay, for one time, three times. They may tell you how many times do you want it. You have to be ready. Um, and again, you're looking for large groups, large followers. You're looking for following people who are promoting or discussing certain niches that are very close, very hot in terms of warm closeness to your relativity to your product or service. And these people would be prime, right? That group that this person is advertising through would be perfect for any health beauty type of product. Even some products that even aren't health and beauty, but maybe some. Well, these are younger folks. If this was Instagram and we were talking about a demographic more older, then you would have a perfect group to market some type of home what do you call it, utility aid, in terms of like some newfangled way of ironing clothes or something else like that, or some nice spa thing for the feet, things like that. You just have to match. And this again is if you're doing affiliate, especially if you're doing affiliate marketing, you really have to match your product and service to the particular profile with all the followers that you want to deliver your message. You really have to look at this as these people are targeted, super targeted group. They follow this person. This person is talking about, beauty, is talking about a new product that they found that is really good that they're using, blah blah blah. And my product is related. It's not the same. They're not going to advertise the same thing. But if it's something that's related, well, then that's something that might be something that they will promote for you. So again, and you should ask. And there even are people who may even which would sell their profile or sell the account to you. I'm not sure about TikTok, but I know some do that for Instagram, for example. And depending on what the price is, you may want to do that. The problem with doing that, folks, is that you'll be stuck with an account that you have to produce content for and things of that nature. And if you didn't build that account, I tend to look at things that you didn't build yourself as, you may just destroy it because you don't know you didn't fashion the intrinsities of that account and that following. So it's almost like if you put me on top of somebody else's YouTube account and they're so funny, entertaining, and they do great program, and then you put me old fart here, boring face here, and talking in my monotonous tone or whatever. I'm a different thing. I'm a different animal. So think going on that channel, taking over someone else's channel, it's like detrimental. But again, I would have my own group that I built, and then for that group, I'm it. Hey, I'm the star for that group, for that demographic, for that particular audience. That's the way it is. So I would steer away from taking over people's account. Hey, just let them advertise you for a week or whatnot, one time or two or three times whenever they feel it's good, because any one of them that know what they're doing, they're going to restrict, right? They're going to tell you, oh, I can post it once, or I'll post it three times during the week, and that's it, right? So yeah, and so at least you know that they know about advertising, they know about protecting their following. They don't want them to get spammed out of oblivion and to abandon following, their membership or their following group. So yeah, at least you know that they know what they're doing. They are ready to accept advertisers, and you're not going to win all the time. Usually, you should have a good return, especially if you have a very big follower. If that's called it basically an influencer. That influencer has a great following. You should see some sales or some interaction. After that, it's not something you're going to stick with. At least not with that account. So you just move on to others. Again, this is a perfect strategy for someone that has somewhat of a budget you can use to apply to this type of activity and see some results. Again, it's test and fail. Some of them will not produce for you what you expected. Um, More of them will break even or so, but you can make a great return. It's a great possibility if you chose the right accounts and you look for the right indications in each account um, for a good and solid return. The same thing holds true for this develop influencer created content on TikTok. So again, what is influencer created? Influencer created um, is about using influencers. About the same thing I was talking about just now. TikTok have varying numbers of influencers on TikTok, various numbers of followers, varying degrees of influence. And so generally, the more followers an influencer has, the more expensive they are to work with. However, the return on investment has the potential to be tremendous. So again, now these are not just regular folk, these are influencers. These are people that have credibility, that have developed a following in their niches. So again, they're going to charge you a pretty penny to reach their people. But in the same token, more likely than not, their people will respond. And one of the things is that the influencer themselves, see, they're careful. So they're going to either want to prepare the ad themselves so that it looks like it came from them, which is what because they care about what they're doing. They're going to look at your product, your service. They're going to want to have information and whatnot to make sure they're not promoting any junk to their group. So you really have to make sure you have a control, a command of what you're offering and asking these influencers to promote for you. So don't just bring them stuff you don't even know anything about, because you're going to destroy yourself and they're not going to accept them. More likely than not, they will see through that and they won't approve you for your ad. But if they do approve you after they've seen some evidence and some facts and they've looked into them themselves, they'll most probably will suggest that they write the ad, they prepare it for you, and they're going to charge you for that, obviously. But it's most likely or more likely that will result in a better or return on investment than if you just did it yourself. Many others want you to do the work. They don't want to do extra work, but they'll let you have their audience. So that also works. To what degree? Again, these are factors that have different things. Um, TikTok influencers might talk about your product in a video. That's what some of them will do. They can post about it in a video description, or they can link to your brand in the description. So that is the things that you can do with TikTok in as a strategy. Let me just get that camera back up. Go on there, folks. So forgive me. That you can use as a strategy for your social media using TikTok again for the demographic that we described, which were the 15 to 24-year-olds that use it. They're very popular. And again, the attention span is 15 to 60 seconds. Again, what short message can be given out, and they do look at links. They do follow. This is something they want. So, as I said, you have to make sure it's not enough for you to want to sell to them. It has to be something that they actually do want. This is cool. I want that. So if you got something like that from 15 to 24-year-old, then you got something you can TikTok. Do you have something you can TikTok? All right. So I appreciate you spending time with us and learning something about TikTok. If you are interested in business, otherwise you don't have a TikTok or a TokTik or a TikTok, what you can try a BB, business brokering opportunity that we have. It's an exclusive license. Not everyone can do this because once one of you sign up for this program in your city, that's it. Because there's only 1%. Simple as that. Go to this address, watch the video, get some popcorn, I warn you, and join up and grab your city before someone else does. Do yourself a favor. If you want to do business and become successful as a business person, let me tell you, and it doesn't matter what type of business, okay? Doing this will virtually guarantee great success in any business that you want to do. This is the key because this will place you above the competition and in the best situation that you can possibly have your business within the scope of your city and your environment. This is absolutely the best business to start, even if you have your own business. But you need to be more successful. You want to grow. This is the best strategy. And I talk about that strategy in the video that you'll see there. Well, take a moment after this video and take a look at that. Take care until the next show for you today. It's Reverend Rosado saying good night and see you next time. Take care.